takes 2 shots to kill him. If you want to, you can equip your key now because we're going to need it at the top of this rope. Use it where the question mark is in order to open up the door so that you can see the glasses down there. Drop down and grab the glasses while trying to avoid the fire from the robot. He takes a good amount of hits to kill, a lot different than the other robot we just fired at, so it may not be worth it to use your ray gun on him. When you get back to where the elevator was, hit the down button in order to cause the elevator to come down, and then go back up and equip the glasses. You can see now on the left side here, there's some platforms that we can actually climb up. Work your way up the platforms, go up to the next screen and go to the right. There's going to be 2 robots on the ground area and then one floating trying to fire at you. Try to avoid his fire as you make your way over and go into the next vehicle. The vehicle will automatically fly off the platform and land in another area. Just like our last vehicle, you can bounce in this one as well as fire at enemies. Your fire only goes diagonal, so you can really only use it to take out the UFO enemies. Thankfully, the UFOs that drop bombs on you can't really hurt you unless you're directly on top of the bomb when it hits the ground. If you jump through it while it's still in midair, it won't do any damage to you. And the same goes for the UFO itself. When you make it over to the right, you'll see a card. You'll automatically exit your vehicle and drop down here. Equip the hard hat again because there's lots of spikes on the ceiling and you're going to have to make a lot of jumps. Make it to this very fast moving platform and then head over to the left to some more platforms. Wait for the right time to get up to this one and you'll be taken up to the top screen again. This is probably some of the hardest platforming that's going to have to be done during the course of this game. Once we finally make it to solid ground again, we're heading over to the left, climb up this rope, and shoot this red guy if you need to, or jump over him. As long as you make pretty high long jumps, you should have no problem making it over these spikes. Take out the red guy in your path, and then just slowly walk across the bottom and you should be able to avoid all the fire from the robots in the air. Fire at this one to take him out, and then work your way up the stairs. When you come down here, first go over to the right to get another one of the bumper car type cars. Now begin to work your way over to the left and fire at all the guys that are flying around. They will keep respawning every time you back away, so you gotta be careful when trying to go through this area. Bounce up here, exit your vehicle, and then jump on the elevator in the middle. Once down here, go to the middle platform and work your way over to the right, firing at the robot in your path. Stay on the middle one, but then go up to the top platform, work your way over to the right, drop down and head to the right some more, and now you have a part that's reminiscent of Mega Man. You have some disappearing and reappearing blocks. Thankfully, their pattern's a lot easier to manage than most of the ones seen in the original NES Mega Mans. Once you get over, equip that card that we got, and use it so that the door opens. Grab this object and then work your way along these ropes. When you make it to the next screen, continue over to the right, ignoring the enemies on the top, and then use that object on this platform here to teleport to the 3rd level of the game. The 3rd world is this weird mechanical level. Some of the enemies can once again be destroyed by your boots, so you may want to keep them equipped. Either kick the robots or allow them to jump over as you work your way to the left. The fourth one will fly up into the air and fire at you, so you may want to actually kick him. Our next new enemy is a motorcycle riding fish. So just wait for him to start going the opposite direction, then jump over him when he turns around again. Use the springs in order to get up to here, then work your way up the stairs and jump to the left side to get onto the left platform. This is some of the hardest moving throughout the game because you have to get underneath these spinning things, and it's really tough if you don't time it exactly right in order to get around them. Once you get past the two, jump up here and grab the first of 3 machine parts. Then, unfortunately, you're going to have to work your way underneath of them again. As we work our way over to the right, there's some compactors that are going to try to squash us. Work your way on their platforms and duck every time they start to come back down, because even if they make contact with just a piece of you, it's an instant death. Drop down here and then work your way over to the right and up to the left in order to get the third and final machine part. Once you have it, watch out for the spinning thing again and then head to the right of the platform we used to get up here. Once you get down here, go to the left inside of this machine and use the 3 machine parts that we've collected. Once you use all 3 of them, a magnet will appear, causing the spaceship to get pulled down. Re-equip your boots so that you can kick some of the robots that are going to get in our way. Once we're down here, there's a few more of the spinning objects that are going to try to stop you, but thankfully they're a lot easier to get under than the ones that we saw earlier. This part can be a little bit annoying because the spaceship in the air will keep dropping robots as it moves back and forth. Once you make it over to the left, grab the key and then start going back to the right. Once again, try to avoid the robots as they get dropped from the spaceship. Once over here, we have a few more compactors to deal with. They're just like the ones from before, so get onto their platform and duck down as soon as they start coming down. Once you get past them, use the key that we got in order to open up this door, and then enter this door in order to complete the level and move on to stage number 4. The 4th level is probably the easiest of all the levels in the game. Equip the boots as we start off because every enemy in this level can be defeated by using the boots, which is very, very helpful. Make your way over to the right and enter the first blue mushroom that you see. This is our first object that we need to collect in this level. If you need an extra life, you can enter the next door in order to grab it. Just be careful of the bug on the right side of that room. Enter the next room and then drop down to the next screen. Start by working your way over to the left, being very careful of the bugs as they're circling around each platform. This is where the timing can come in really handy of kicking early instead of kicking later. Once you have the key that we got, work your way over to the right and along this platform, ignoring the worms as well as some more of the flying enemies. When you get all the way to the right, you can drop down and then you have to work your way along the bottom in order to get down to that pit near the entrance. Thankfully, there is no enemies that are going to get in your way on the bottom area. Once down here, walk towards the door by using the key in order to enter. Then, re-equip your boots to take out any of the flying enemies. Once you get here, use the potion that we got from the blue mushroom. It'll instantly construct a very large bridge. Use your boots to take out the other bugs and then grab the red apple on the right side. Now work your way all the way back and outside of this pit. Once back outside, start working your way to the right inside of this river. Go all the way to the right in the river so all the apples from this tree will fall down. Then, jump onto the platform and use the apple that we got. It'll cause the barrel to fall into the water. Now go to the left side of it and push it a little bit so